The earth rejected you too soon, Ada. May those who did this know no peace.
Deep in a forgotten Nigerian village, under a sky torn apart by lightning, a mother's scream splits the night like a blade. Not just any scream, but a curse so ancient, so furious it wakes the dead. Her daughter, pure, innocent, untouched, lies cold in a coffin, her white gown soaked in her own blood. Betrayed by the man she loved, slaughtered like a lamb on a hidden shrine altar. Her only crime? Whispering her secret to the wrong ears. "My daughter!" the mother howls, her voice cracking like dry bones. "Rise! Hunt them in their dreams! Let their blood flow as yours did." A mother's curse. Burns forever! Something stirs. Not a ghost, not a spirit, but vengeance itself. Graveside, she slips a rusted machete and a blood-stained whip into her daughter's lifeless hands. Villagers gasp, crossing themselves. The priest whispers, "The restless one walks tonight." By morning, 6 rich men in glittering Abuja mansions wake screaming. Their gold chains choke them. Their luxury cars crash into flames. One by one, they see her. Pale face, black eyes. Stay with me now. Let me take you back to where it all began. Deep in Benue State, Nigeria, where the river Benue snakes like a silver serpent through endless green, lies the village of Ugwueke. Not on any map, not touched by city lights, just red earth roads, whispering palm trees, and 300 souls bound by blood and tradition. Here, the Idoma people live as their ancestors did for 500 years. Dawn breaks with roosters crowing, women balancing clay pots on headscarves as they trek to the stream. Men wield rusty cutlasses, hacking yams from stubborn soil that drinks sweat like water. Children chase goats barefoot, their laughter mixing with the scent of roasting maize. Life moves slow, but heavy. Every harvest fought for, every meal a victory. At the heart of Ugwueke electricity, pages turned by kerosene flame that stung her eyes. Uniforms patched so thin they fluttered like ghosts. Breakfast? Often just roasted corn stolen from the cob. Yet Ada topped every class. Teachers whispered, "That girl carries stars in her head." Neighbors bet, "She'll build a mansion." Send cars for her mother. University in Nsukka? Pure suffering. Mama Ngozi sold half their yam harvest for fees. Ada waitressed nights, hands raw from scrubbing plates, feet swollen from 12-hour shifts. She'd stumble home at 2 a.m., stomach clawing for food, collapse onto her mat, then rise at 5 to study. "Temporary," she'd whisper, tracing her ribs. One day, a satisfaction. Graduation day, eyes blind. But Ada's heart softened. She knelt, slipped 500 naira into those wrinkled palms. The woman looked up, eyes strange, bright like polished stones. "My daughter," she rasped, voice rough as gravel, "heavens bless your pure heart." Ada smiled shyly. Then, the woman's face hardened, eyes narrowed to slits. "Heed me," she hissed, gripping Ada's wrist like iron. "Men will come with sweet tongues, marriage promises. They hunt your innocence. Pray for discernment, or your kindness becomes your grave." Ada froze. Chill crawled her spine. What do you mean, Mama?" The woman shook her head slow like an oracle. "You'll know when the trap begins to close." Weeks blurred into a rhythm of sweat and survival for Ada in Abuja's unforgiving grip. Her office hummed with the click-clack of keyboards, the sharp scent of printer ink mixing with cheap coffee. She buried herself in spreadsheets, her fingers flying across the screen until her eyes burned like embers. Colleagues chattered about weekend flings and designer bags, but Ada kept her head down, her purity a silent shield, her dreams a quiet fire. "Hard work pays," she'd whisper to her reflection in the cracked bathroom mirror, ignoring the hollow ache in her stomach from skipped lunches. But shadows were gathering. Across the city, in a dimly lit room thick with incense and the metallic tang of blood, 6 men sealed their doom. Frank, Richard, David, weeks deepened the illusion. David's devotionals arrived like clockwork, his presence a constant warmth. Then the proposal, chandeliers glittering, silverware clinking softly. He knelt, ring sparkling like a star. "Marry me, Ada." Tears streamed. Applause thundered. "Yes!" But Michelle's congratulations hid dread. "Too quick, 2 months?" Ada snapped. "Be happy for me." Storming off, she called Mama Ngozi. "Married?" Mama's voice quivered. Pray, child. My spirit unrests. Ada hung up, frustrated. Far away, Mama dreamed horrors. Ada chased by shadows, bloodied and silent. She awoke sweating, whispering, God, shield her. Sealed it. David's call. Celebrate with me. Ada hesitated, unease flickering like a dying bulb. But she went, his apartment scented with wine and roses, music humming low. Glasses clinked. To us. The wine tasted odd, sweet then bitter. Vision blurred. Limbs heavy as lead. David, what's happening? His smile turned cold. Phone dialed. It's time. Footsteps thumped. 5 men emerged from shadows, eyes hungry. They lifted her limp form, engagement ring glinting mockingly. The SUV roared into the night, city lights fading to dusty tracks. Inside, Wisprine's air hung thick as fog, choked with the acrid bite of burning herbs and the coppery stench of old blood. Torches sputtered along the walls, their flames dancing wildly, throwing grotesque shadows that twisted like tormented souls across the chalk-smeared stones. Skulls grinned from corners, empty sockets staring, while animal skins dangled from the ceiling, swaying gently as if breathed upon by unseen lips. Ada lay bound on the cold earth floor, ropes biting deep into her wrists and ankles, drawing thin lines of blood that trickled like tears into the dirt. Her head throbbed, vision swimming in and out like a fever dream. Waiting. Home they went, wine poured, touches lingering. Then her skin cracked, eyes blackened. You drank my blood! Machete flashed, screams rent the air, body shredded, dumped roadside. News hit like lightning, friends rushing, horror-freezing blood. It's her! Back to the shrine, charms tied, red-black beads promising shield. But Emmanuel died bound, machete slashing. Kelly crashed, seeing her phantom. Edward whipped till skull cracked. Charms snapped useless. Panic clawed, wealth worthless, night's endless terror. David and Richard alone, suspicion poisoning every glance. She hisses from the darkness. Now I drink yours. Their bodies? Found torn apart on deserted roadsides, exactly where they dumped her. Charms shatter. Priests flee. No money saves them. No prayers stop her. Why? Because she told him, the devil in a church suit, she was still a virgin. That one innocent confession unlocked hell itself. Will her spirit claim them all? Or can one man marry a ghost to survive? Stay, if you dare, ever. In the wake of Ada's unrelenting vengeance, Abuja's glittering facade cracked like brittle clay under the weight of ancient justice. David, the last thread of the cursed web, wandered his mansion like a ghost in his own skin, flesh peeling in foul patches, breath reeking of decay, bruises blooming on wrists as if invisible ropes had bound him in the night. No doctor could name the affliction. No charm halted the rot. His wealth, once a shield, now mocked him. Empty halls echoing with the ghosts of parties long silenced, luxury cars gathering dust like forgotten relics. Richard's body, strangled and discarded on the roadside, far beyond one village, weaving into the rich tapestry of African wisdom, where spirits walk hand in hand with the living and blood spilled unjustly demands reckoning. In Idoma lore, as in many across the continent, purity is no mere virtue but a sacred flame, guarded by ancestors who watch from the shadows. Ada's story warns of greed's poison, how it twists men's souls into monsters, sacrificing innocence on altars of false wealth. It speaks to the power of a mother's curse, fiercer than any storm, rooted in love that defies death itself. Across Nigeria, from Yoruba proverbs to Igbo parables, we learn, the river does not forget its source, reminding us that betrayal ripples outward, returning tenfold. Discernment, that quiet inner voice, is the shield our elders gift us, prayer sharpening it like a blade against deception. Ada's tragedy underscores a timeless truth. In a world of wolves in sheepskin, desperation blinds, rushing us into traps disguised as dreams. Young women, pure of heart, must heed the whispers of intuition. the counsel of kin, lest sweet words lead to bitter ends. True love blooms slow, tested by time, not fireworks that blind. And to all, wealth built on blood crumbles like sand castles. Before the tide, African spirits ensure balance, vengeance a mirror reflecting our deeds.